Hey, how's it going, guys? Jack and Matt here with the Toaster Bros, and today we are actually putting together the most popular Amazon gaming setup.
And yeah, what we're going to be using to test this most popular gaming setup from Amazon is this Lenovo laptop right here. Big thanks to Lenovo, AMD, and Microsoft for sponsoring this video and sending us the Lenovo Slim 7 Pro X to try out. We're doing a showcase of this laptop in the video, and it's part of the hashtag WeGamin campaign, and we'll talk more about that later in today's video when we showcase this laptop featuring that Ryzen 7 6800 HS and the RTX 3050. But what we're gonna go ahead and do is showcase this setup, which features the most popular products from Amazon, the most popular monitor, keyboard, mouse, with some exceptions. I took some notes here, so as we're going over everything, I'll talk about that. But first, of course, we gotta show some love to this Lenovo laptop and what it's gonna be using to power this gaming setup.
All right, guys, so first we're gonna talk about this Lenovo Slim 7 Pro X, and this is an amazing laptop so far. I mean, we're really loving it because not only does it have almost a 4K screen, it's actually 3K, 120 Hertz, and it looks amazing. I mean, just look at like the color accuracy. And one thing I wanna point out that they didn't even really flex, which just makes me think, wow, is this laptop that good that they're like, It has a touchscreen that is very responsive, very color accurate, very vibrant looking, and yeah, I mean, it just looks really good. And also, very slim. I mean, this thing is only a few millimeters thick, it looks like, and the laptop itself is about the same. It's very lightweight, and it has USB-C rapid charging, which is also really cool. So let's go over the ports on this laptop real quick, and then we'll talk some more about the specs. So over here on the right side, we have a very interesting camera shutter. So it's a digital camera shutter that you can turn on and off, which is kind of cool to see. I've never seen it designed for. Normally you get like the OG where you kind of have to like push this little knob up top. I think it's kind of tacky personally, so cool feature. We have a combo headphone jack, so it can be used for headphones and for microphone. We have a full-size USB 3 on the side here. We have one more USB 3 on the side here, which is for our Logitech mouse dongle. And then we have two USB-Cs. One is for charging, but I think they can probably be used interchangeably. I should probably check that to make sure, but if I'm thinking it's probably like an Apple product where you can just use any of the ports. And then we're using this adapter right here that allows us to go to all these different USB ports and this HDMI port. Maybe we'll put that in the description down below too, just in case anyone else needs it, because we did buy a pretty cheap monitor. I mean, that's part of the full setup, so it was only HDMI. So you can either buy an adapter or you can buy that giant dongle. Now the laptop itself is featuring this really awesome AMD Ryzen 7 6800 HS processor, which I've never seen before. I'm excited to test it. It's 8 cores, 16 threads. The base speed is 3.2 gigahertz, and that thing can definitely clock up. And right now we're just kind of chilling in Windows and we're at 4 gigahertz. We're just downloading a bunch of games right now. So if you notice the SSD and memory being used, that's why. But on paper, this sounds really cool. I get the vibe that this computer or laptop's really geared towards, you know, some gaming, but also for the business and creator mind out there. You know, you do any video editing on the go, you do any CAD work, this is definitely a laptop for you. With its AMD Ryzen 6000 series processor, you can game, stream, and record at the same time and complete creative projects quickly. Now that RAM, these speeds are gonna wow you because we're looking at 6400 megahertz speed. So of course this has to be DDR5 RAM, and it says that it's using 404. I cannot confirm nor deny that. I think it's kind of crazy a laptop could have 4 slots. I don't know if it's soldered in or not. I don't know if it's upgradable, but hey, we'll look it up and maybe we'll put it in the video somewhere. But regardless, 404, we know it's at least dual channel, which is awesome. And the speed is insane. Now that SSD, we get a Samsung 512 gig NVMe SSD. I'm curious if it's Gen 4. I'll need to look up this actual model number here to find out, but we know it's NVMe at the least. Would not be surprised if they pack into Gen 4 in here. I'm curious what kind of Wi-Fi we get. We get a Realtek Bluetooth Wi-Fi adapter. That's Wi-Fi 6 802.11ax. So that's the latest and greatest, and we're getting some pretty decent speeds too on our downloading. We're definitely looking good. I mean, look at that, 314 megabits per second, and we're in this tiny room that's like a freaking Wi-Fi barrier, so definitely some of the best Wi-Fi we've seen. Now this is cool. It has a RTX 3050 in it. It's a laptop 3050, so don't get your hopes up of it being like a literal dedicated 3050 for a actual PC. It's a little bit lesser than that, but nonetheless, it's there. 4 gigs of VRAM, definitely not bad at all. And then of course, we also get AMD Radeon graphics built into that 6000 series processor. So I'm hoping that we can find a couple of games where maybe we could go back and forth. Maybe we can try the 3050 and then try out their integrated graphics. I'm gonna have Matt go ahead and talk about the rest of the setup now. Now, of course, with this being a newer laptop, we wanted it to have the best, latest, and greatest, so it comes with Microsoft Windows 11 Home, which is going to have all the features you can definitely want on it. And on top of that, with the purchase of a Lenovo gaming laptop, you can get Xbox Game Pass for 3 months. Matt actually pays for it, and you get a lot of really, really good games that you'd normally pay 60 bucks for, sometimes more. Check out the links in our description to learn more about Lenovo's Slim 7 Pro X and other gaming laptops.
Now for the Amazon setup portion. We went on Amazon and literally looked up most popular monitor, keyboard, mouse, and these are the products that popped up. Now first up, we have the Scepter monitor, which we have used so many times in setups here. It's such a good staple monitor. It is only 1080p 75 Hertz, but it had 22,000 reviews on Amazon. That's a lot of reviews, and keep in mind, that's just people who went through the effort of reviewing. Imagine people who've bought this and didn't review it. This thing sells like crazy, and it's because it's very affordable, comes in normally at under $100. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. It's 1080p, 75 Hertz, has 2 HDMIs in and VGA if you want to, so it's good for office use cases, and we really like the 75 Hertz refresh rate for budget gaming PCs because it's just a little bit better than 60 Hertz, and it'll actually just feel a bit smoother. So this is a good option. I'm very excited that this was the monitor we were able to use. Now for the keyboard, we have the EVGA Z12 RGB, which we've seen a lot of these EVGA keyboards popping up, and the main reason it's so popular, I believe, and it only has 1,000 reviews, keep in mind, but it is the most popular selling keyboard at the time of planning this video, is because they're so cheap. This was like under 20 bucks, it was like $18. It is membrane though. Let's give you guys the membrane sound real quick. So it kind of has like a mechanical design to it, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, but the RGB is like legit RGB. So I think a lot of people who don't want to spend, I don't know, probably like 10 or 15 more dollars on a mechanical keyboard are going this route. Now the reason we did go with this one, and I do remember now in the notes, this is the second most popular. I know, cheating. The most popular is a keyboard and mouse combo from Red Dragon. And I didn't want to just get that and then have the keyboard and mouse all in one. I wanted to get separate listings here. So if you want the most popular combo, just get the Red Dragon keyboard and mouse combo. It's great. But yeah, this is the second most popular item. Now speaking of the mouse, because I wanted to get a mouse on its own, this is the Logitech G305 Lightspeed. We paid about 38 bucks for it, and it has 11,000 reviews. We've used this many times in our gaming setups. It's a no thrills wireless gaming mouse, no RGB or anything like that. It even uses a battery to power it, which is kind of low tech in my opinion, archaic. But it is pretty archaic. Most mice like this will already come with a battery built in, but just get some rechargeables and you're good here. It's pretty lightweight. It's not designed to be a lightweight mouse, but I like the feel of it, and you really can't complain for 40 bucks for a wireless mouse right here. Now the desk mat is a leather desk mat. Now this was very interesting because as gamers, we normally want to get the cloth desk mats that allow your mouse to glide nice and smooth. This right here, you can even hear it a little bit. It drags. It definitely drags on there, so it's probably not ideal for gaming. I believe this thing ended up having, how many reviews did this end up having? Oh, it had 51,000 reviews, and it was like 4.5 stars. They come in multiple colors, and we use these things for our overhead B-roll setup, as you're probably seeing some overhead B-roll right now of things from this video. But yeah, it's under $10. That's probably the reason people are buying it. And they are pretty decent build quality, but I primarily wouldn't get it for gaming, and you'll see our reactions when we're using the mice and stuff if it really causes some problems. And last but certainly not least is this very gaudy Razer headset. Now this is like OG Razer. When I think of Razer, I think of this very bright green, and this is the Razer Kraken headset, which ended up getting 46,000 ratings and a average sale price of about 45 bucks. I don't know why people are buying this, if I'm being honest with you. I know it's probably just because it's Razer and people who know Razer know this color scheme, but nowadays you can get some really nice minimal like black gaming headsets from Razer or other companies, and they won't look like this. I personally would not like it, but the cushions feel good, and overall it's a pretty nice setup. You got the retractable microphone right here. It's a very tried and tested headset overall, and you know what? Pretty comfy, but what do I look like? Do I look like a real gamer?
You look goofy.
Do I look like a goofy gamer? So yeah, the green's kind of goofy, and especially in this setup, it kind of looks goofy, but hey, it's the most popular headset. But even though it is a creator-focused laptop with that 3050 and AMD Ryzen processor, it's gonna be more than capable of playing games. Let's get right into that.
All right, guys, we're playing some Apex Legends. This is actually a new game mode called Gun Game, and it's literally like Call of Duty Gun Game. I already hate this mouse mat. You can actually feel the texture. Yeah, right now though, we're doing 1080p. We're unlocked frame rate wise, and we're on pretty much maxed out settings. Well, like high/max settings. And I mean, we're looking really good right now. Yeah, this game mode's very hectic too. There's a lot of players in it, so it definitely, oh, it's a Hemlock. I thought this was a freaking R301.
One might say we gaming. Got him.
Oh no. God, lead your shots, Jackson.
Lead them shots.
I hear him placing caustic traps. You can run, but you cannot hide, little boy.
Oh, I was so, oh no.
So yeah, the mouse pad is not good. I really think it has this many reviews. I don't think as a mouse pad. Like, I honestly think people use it for other things, kind of like we do. Because it's a cool material for sure. So that's my guess at least. It does not function great as a mouse pad. It's probably better win.
Oh!
We're maintaining like 80 FPS on pretty much maxed out settings, so I definitely feel pretty good about this laptop so far.
It's a thin laptop too. Like you're getting some good gaming and also very portable.
Quiet. I mean, it sounds really good. We do have it on a riser right now, but I think even without the riser, I think it still sounds really good. So let's go to the next game.
All right, guys, we're now in Rocket League, and yeah, this is a game that'll run great on this laptop. Honestly, you'd still get 60 FPS even on the main laptop screen, and I just scored a goal on this guy because he tried to do a fancy flip. This is what I don't understand about these fancy, like, off-kick flips. Like, this guy just totally whiffed it. Here he goes. And easy goal. But you know, with this game, I feel like we might need to test it with, if we can make it work easily, test it with the iGPU in the 6800HS, because I think Rocket League will get 60 plus FPS, no problem with that iGPU. And that's a game that you could play on the go, and you won't have to worry about being plugged into power and have that 3050, or just draining a bunch of, what is this guy doing? He's a freak. Oh, that guy just set, oh, that was actually pretty nice. You try to be too fancy in Rocket League, it gets you just whooped. Is trying to be fancy again, and he absolutely just whiffed it. I mean, he's pretty cool with these aerials. I mean, I'll give him that, but like, he's just giving me goals. All right, he's gonna try again. Here we go. The aerial master. Like, guys, look at this guy. Look at him being, like, why is he like this? I don't know if this guy is just taking this as, okay, he forfeited, but hey, there you go, GG's. You know, he tried too crazy with those shots. It was kind of ridiculous. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do is try to queue up again and see if I can switch to the iGPU and see what kind of performance you get in Rocket League. All right, guys, so we're now testing out that iGPU right now on the 6800HS, and hey, man, it's looking pretty cool so far, and the guy just scored on me. But yeah, no, the performance is still like 100 plus FPS on this iGPU, pretty crazy, and these are the rumored, well, they aren't rumored, this is RDNA 2 GPU structures, so it's gonna be pretty cool to see when they actually come out with like dedicated CPUs with something like this, because yeah, it is pretty close to like a little budget GPU, and in reality, this laptop didn't necessarily need something like that, especially if gaming on the side was the main priority.
Yeah, one thing I'm reading too is, you know, it's an 8-core 16 thread, boost up to 4.7 gigahertz, and it says that it has Radeon 680M graphics model built in with a graphics core kind of 12 at 2.2 gigahertz. So it sounds pretty crazy.
It does. It's pretty solid.
He's going crazy with it.
Oh, ooh. Nice try, buddy. Oh,
this sound is so awful.
No! I missed my opportunity.
Yeah, he's on the wall. Oh, he's going for the same thing you went for. But he didn't know you could do that.
He's setting it up for me? Thanks, bro. No! No! Are you kidding me?
It's okay, because he's joking too.
What just happened? What happened?
Was that like a pinch?
It was
a
little pinchy pinch.
Unlucky pinch.
No! You gonna score on me in last goal? Wow, he really did that. The disrespect. But yeah, look at that, guys. It runs great, and because we saw this, we're just gonna run Apex again, because, I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see what this thing is capable of in Apex.
All right, guys, we are playing Apex Legends again, and we are now on the AMD integrated graphics. Now, we did still go 1080p, but we went low settings, so we're no longer running like high, almost max settings. We're now, you know, pretty much to the bottom of the board, but hey, normally we'd have to go 720p on something like this, so I mean, the fact that we can still do 1080 is definitely nice. Now, I wouldn't exactly say, though, that it's like the utmost of playable experiences. Now it's actually the R301.
Now it actually goes bloop, 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 bloop.
Please, please. Oh, God, I suck. Why did I zoom in?
Oh, man.
Oh, God, he's right up here. Oh, God, that guy's better. Yay, we're the champions. I don't feel like I did much, but we're the champions. Let's go. Yeah, guys, so that was Apex Legends, playing some more of the gun game, and yeah, I mean, on the 680M, wasn't too bad at all. Definitely not a AAA title, king or anything, but it worked pretty good. Alright guys, we just got done benchmarking this laptop and this full gaming setup that is for a laptop, and we were pretty impressed. I mean, but the one thing that I had to complain about was definitely the desk mat. Like I said, I think it has a lot of great purposes, but as a gaming desk mat, definitely not the greatest. I like the smooth glide material.
And of course, with the Scepter monitor, you're getting 1080p 75 Hz. It's a bestseller for a reason. It works great. The headset is a Razer headset. We don't think it's the greatest, and we do think there are some other options out there, but this is kind of like the staple of Razer, so I understand why it sells so much. The keyboard is pretty decent for membrane, but you can spend a little bit more for mechanical, and that mouse I think is very solid. Absolutely love the Logitech G305, use it in many setups here on the channel, and be sure to take a look at this laptop. All links in the description down below will be affiliate links, and they will help us out.
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
And aside from our other two YouTube channels and our Twitch, we also have a partner Discord server. We also have a TikTok, we got Instagram, we have multiple Twitters, and we even have Facebook.
We have social media accounts. There's a lot of them, and there's a lot of goofy stuff over on TikTok as well. So be sure to follow all the platforms so you don't miss any Toasty Bros content, and even the stuff for our PC business, PC Bros. Shout out to them. See you guys later. Goodbye.